Welcome to the Manor. Please come in. So, yeah, welcome to the Manor. This is the foyer, however you want to say it. Full of horror, nerdy, good stuff. Yeah. This was Chan's first Valentine's gift to me, and it's a pack of Valentine cards signed by Bruce Tim. So bad. Yeah, I guess this is a company that's taking arcade games, making smaller cabinets, I guess. Just came out with this one. Chan found that one for Christmas. Makeshift dining room for now. This is actually where we do podcasting from, so Breaking the Mold and Enter the Realm that Chan and I frequent Mondays and Tuesdays at 8 o'clock on the Realm of Collectors YouTube channel. Shameless plug. Yeah, it's just kind of a fun little room with all kinds of randomness. Chan has worked very, very hard putting this room together. She did all the paint and made the curtains and the shears, and I did the hard work, like putting the shelves up and putting the toys on them. So this diorama, it was actually part of a contest, and they wanted the contestants to come up with something original. I'm in love with these Misho figures, and I thought, hey, why not do a Star Wars dojo? Let's head up these stairs right here, 1 foot in front of the other. Okay, so that's just a cabinet at the shop that I work at, Rapture Tattoo Emporium. Jewelry case they didn't really need in anymore, so I ended up with it, and I fill it full of toys. So this is our project room. It's kind of a mess, and it's completely random. It's kind of where we dump all of our stuff. When I started doing the ROC Hangout, this is where I did the show from, and these walls were just covered with Transformers and other random lines that are... I always bought 2 of everything, so I always hung the doubles. But this is where we build dioramas and make messes and custom action figures. So I do a lot of custom action figures. Well, maybe not a lot, but I do a good bit of them. Marvel Legends and Black Series and whatever else kind of works. Tear them apart, and I paint all new figures. Like stuff Star Wars that Hasbro hasn't made. G.I. Joe, 6-inch G.I. Joes that no one has made. And I just have fun with it. As you can see, fodder, fodder, fodder. All this is fodder. Cannibalized stuff, weapons. Black Series First Order TIE Fighter. Painted it up like the original trilogy. Cut the lasers off because they had those extended lasers. Took the mounted one off the bottom, the antenna out of there. I just gotta finish the solar panels for the sides and that thing's ready to go. So I'm trying to figure a way out to light this thing. I did wire up some LEDs in here, but I still have to figure out how to do a switch. And when I figure out how to do that switch, I'll be doing the same thing for the thrusters. Closets full of fun. Yeah, those will be painting up like Borderlands guns. We're big Borderlands fans as well. Again, closets full of fun. Yeah, Lego, and there's a lot of vintage stuff in here. I have 4 bins full of vintage G.I. Joe vehicles and accessories, and then there's probably 3 bins of G.I. Joe figures. Vintage Transformers, all my legends. I haven't figured out what to do with them. Gundam kits, other random fun stuff. Stuff for dioramas. Fun room. When I started breaking the mold, this is where I shot from. Mostly Star Wars, Transformers, and you know, I have some other random stuff in here. Storm collectibles, Play Arts Kai, some Ninja Turtle stuff, some vintage Masters of the Universe play sets. Yeah, and that's pretty much it in here. Yeah, Chan had asked me why I stuck my collection in 1 or maybe 2 rooms of the house. She said, you have this whole house and you have so much stuff. Why not just spread it out? So now that she lives here and we have toys in every room, essentially. Please excuse all the figures, the downed figures. We all know how that works. This is what got me back into collecting hardcore. I've always collected, you know, ever since I was probably 14 or 15 years old. Transformers is what really made me appreciate the love of spending money on plastic. And yeah, I just, you know, new stuff comes out and replaces old stuff usually. I thought of displaying, like I would like a different way to display them. It's tough. And I mean, it's one of those things like you have like the Fans Toys Jetfire, you know, I mean, he just fits in. And I mean, if you were to take a lot of these out and try and replace it with another line, I don't think that, say I wanted to do Star Wars, I don't think it would fill it as well. It wouldn't look as nice. We are now in the bedroom where the magic doesn't happen. It's like, she'd kill me if she heard that, which she probably will, so. But yeah, I built the Ninja Turtles diorama for the bedroom, which is something very strange to me. The diorama, like any of the rust effects, is actual rust. I took steel wool and vinegar, mixed it together, and it tears it up. It makes actual rust you can paint on. It flakes apart. Gives you that effect. But there's all kinds of random things in here as well. We both love Ninja Turtles. 1,000 Toys, Astrobots, Clarence Kai.
That's not okay.
No. Most houses are 2 stories. This one's 3, so there's more magic that doesn't happen, or does. So this room's essentially our overflow. You know, we ended up with some random shelf units and just kind of put some of our favorite stuff out. You know, of course we got our Dragon Ball Z and toys from the 80s, Gremlins, Thundercats, random stuff that we'll end up throwing together in a different display at some point. It's a matter of getting there, sorting through everything. Yeah. Lastly, this is the Mythic Room. Mythic Legions is a line made by the Four Horsemen. You know, of course, sculpted a lot of the Matty Collector stuff. They're sculpting for Super 7 with the Masters of the Universe line that they have. Started with McFarlane doing all their sculpts back in the 90s or whatever. But this line is strictly mythological, like knights, dwarves, skeletons, demons, yeah, deer people made out of trees, chipmunks, you got orcs and goblins, vampires, I mean, you name it. It's all mythic, you know, like mythical time stuff. This guy has earwax. Of course, they can't be on a shelf by themselves, at least in my mind they can't. So we had the idea of like building dioramas for the Mythic Legions. At the time we were hanging out at a place up the street here that does tabletop gaming, and that kind of sparked the idea for a giant castle dungeon, so to speak, but it's accessible from all 4 sides. But everything is magnetic, each pillar is its own piece. Each wall is its own piece, and then we just decorate the hell out of it. That side will end up being a cave, and what we did was we cut the wall a whole nother layer and then stripped away the remaining layer that was there so that it could be breached by the enemy, and it leads right into the prison cells. is my mom. She made me.
Yeah, I had a little help with it. Old man.
I don't know if he was much help. So yeah, as you see, we're having a party. Let yourself out. Toodles.
It's just you and me, Charlie.
Okay.